Hello, Virgo, or should I say people who have Mars placement in Virgo. So, if you don't know what your placement is, that's absolutely fine. Just read for your sun sign or for any sign that you feel resonates particularly strongly for you. You are probably going to probably feel some sort of familiarity with any sign that resonates strongly for you. But I am specifically reading for Mars in Virgo placement. So if you don't know what your Mars placement is, go and have a look in that description box down below. There should be a link for Cafe Astrology. You can look up your natal chart. It's a free service, and it'll tell you all your different signs. There's quite a lot of information there, which is why I'm actually doing this series, because I thought you can go and look at one position at a time. Just making me laugh because of reasons. One position at a time, and you can go and just go and look. Like, there's a lot of information, it gets overwhelming. Just go and look up what your Mars placement is and look up the reading for that. Okay, so yeah, if you resonate with it, you do. If you don't, you don't. We've all got complicated birth charts, a lot of planets moving around in there. So every single person's going to be a little bit different. There really is no typical Virgo, right? No typical any sign. We're all different because we've got a lot of different planets moving around in that chart that it creates interesting conflicts, contradictions, a lot of variety of things that are going on. I am not ready for your reading, guys. I'm going to admit that. I should have planned better. Mars in Virgo, I should have planned better for this. So for those of you that do have a Mars in Virgo placement, you're probably going to approach tasks in quite an efficient, methodical way. You probably take on quite a lot of responsibilities. You're probably particularly good at multitasking, but because you are skilled at multitasking, you do take on a lot of responsibilities, especially taking on responsibilities in order to help others. You may actually sometimes get a little bit burdened by too many responsibilities, taking on more than you can actually handle. Because you don't want to let people down, because you want to be useful, you want to get things done. You want to be that solid rock for others to depend on. So you are, like I say, you are very efficient, you're very productive, you like to complete tasks, you like to complete tasks well. You can be a bit of a perfectionist, although you may deny that or kind of resist that label, but you like to get things done, and you like things to get done to a certain standard at least. You probably do have particular methods that you like to do. So you may have a particular method for cleaning your house, you may have a particular method for approaching tasks, for getting things done. You may like to go shopping on a certain day, things like this. So you do have a bit of a system. You can sometimes be a little bit scattered when you have taken on quite a lot of stuff. You can be a little bit scattered energy, a bit trying to get one thing done, but there's something else that's demanding your attention. So your energy can be a little bit scattered. Your focus can be a bit scattered sometimes when you're trying to do a little bit too much. So just be aware of that tendency and scale it back. Maybe prioritize what's the most important thing to do, what can be left for another day, just to kind of avoid that kind of scattered energy feeling. Virgo is a sign that is quite energetic. It's a surprisingly action-packed sign. I always joke that my Virgo friends have these kind of like action movie dreams where they're the hero rescuing the day. So if you do have Mars in Virgo, Mars being the action sign, the sign of being passionate, getting things done, the way that you take action, the way that you complete tasks, you are probably quite energetic. You may not like traditional exercise, although many Virgos do. You may be quite health conscious. You may go on kind of diet kicks, diet fads sometimes. But when you have too much to do, or when you don't have enough to do, if you're a bit bored, that nervous energy is really going to start to show. So you might be the sort of person who wiggles the leg when they're bored, or taps the pen when they're bored, or you do have this kind of nervous energy about you. So if you feel like that kind of like frustration energy, do go out for a run, or do some exercise, or go for a walk. Burn off some of that excess energy in times when you feel like you've not got enough to do. You like to change things up a little bit as well. You don't like to be doing one thing for too long. So you do almost like that Gemini energy of kind of like, you like to have a few different things on the go, spreading your energy around a little bit there. What else do I have for you? You can get quite irritable. When you do get angry, you tend to, you're not really the sort of person who necessarily wants to get into a confrontation or an argument, or, you don't really want to do that. You kind of are a bit of a people pleaser sometimes. So you don't like to be a nuisance or a burden. So sometimes you may have a tendency to kind of, you don't really want to say things, you don't really want to rock the boat, but sometimes you're going to just have to do it, right? So you don't really want, you can be a bit of a complainer, you can be a little bit of a nag, you can be a bit critical when you're in a bad mood, when you're angry. So you're more of an irritable, grumpy person to be around when you get annoyed, right? When those passions get kind of like fired up. So again, you may want to, because you don't want to be a burden, you don't want to kind of, be the sort of person who gets everybody else in a bad mood. So again, you may just want to kind of do that hermit mode thing of that Virgo energy and take yourself off to go for a walk by yourself, or, I don't know, go and do some pillow boxing or something like that to kind of get that nervous energy out of your system. Yeah, you can sometimes actually be a little bit of a worrier as well. So you may worry a lot about the tasks that you're doing. You may be quite anxious. You really want to make sure everything's done well, done to a certain standard, done following a certain system. You may have a bit of anxiety, a bit of worry over the things that you do. Now, Mars is also the sign that rules passion. So, sexy Virgos, you have a very kind of earthy approach to passion. You like you like things that feel good. You're very into touch, and it's a grounded, earthy, very sexy energy actually. If you have this placement, you actually also, because you are a bit of a people pleaser, you kind of want to do it well. You kind of want to please your partner. You kind of want to serve. You want them to feel good. You want them to be like patting you on the back, saying "job well done" at the end of it. So maybe go and find yourself someone, a lover who's got Mars in Virgo. You can be a little bit paint by numbers, a little bit by the book though. Especially if you're kind of experimenting, you're gonna kind of want to do things. You're going to kind of want to know. You're going to like, right, give me the map, give me the strategy. How are we going to do this? You may have that kind of approach to it. Sometimes, I mean, it depends on how well you know the person. When you have a long-term partner, you're probably very sensual. You're going to know what your partner likes, right? So, interesting sign there. You may also really like to have a clean environment, everything to be like tidy, fresh sheets, the air smelling nice kind of thing before you get into it. So, does that sound like you? If so, let's go and pull you some cards. But before I do, the song that came through for you was Non Voglio Ritrovare, or Do Nome. I can't pronounce it. It will be down in the description box down below. It's by Afterhours, which is one of my favourite Italian bands at the moment. I've got it. Right, basically, the whole story, I've said this in, I think it was Capricorn's reading as well. I studied classics at university. I've been to Greece so many times, but I have never been to Italy. I've never been to Rome. And I actually, when I started the course, I thought I liked Greek mythology best. And I kind of, as I did more of the course, I kind of fell into the more Roman side of things. I actually opted for more of the Roman modules. So I learned classical Latin, but I've never been to Rome. So with lockdown, I've been saving up, and I'm like, do you know what? I want to go on a holiday. When lockdown ends, when we can travel again, I want to go to Rome. I want to go to Italy. So I've been I've got it in my head that I want to learn Italian, and I thought a good way to do it is through music. The rhythms of the music can help you learn remember the word patterns, right? And the kind of the nuances of the language. So I've got a load of Italian songs on my liked songs at the moment, and like an Italian playlist and things like this by Italian singers and bands. So Afterhours is actually one of the ones that I really, really like. That's not one of my favourite songs though. I was out for a walk, talking about going for a walk. Maybe this is something you do. You like to go for a walk, you like to get grounded, you like to go out in nature, be among the trees. I went for a walk last week around a local park, and a song came on that I hadn't heard before. It was Grande by Afterhours, and I was sat there, and I kind of stopped, and I sat down on a park bench near the lake, and I was kind of watching these kids playing near the water, and there was a couple who were kind of getting all cozy and romantic on this bench, and I was listening to this song by Afterhours. I don't, I don't understand what they're saying at all, but the singer's so passionate, and like the way that he was singing, the passion that he was putting into this song, and the kind of the rise of the music as it slowly kind of gathered momentum, I was in floods of tears. Like I was in the park with all these people around, and I was on my own, and I was like getting so emotional about this song, and I kind of looked at the lyrics, and I was a hot mess in the park. So I had to kind of surreptitiously kind of like go out of the park and try and keep my face down and like wipe away the tears. I was like, it's hay fever, it's hay fever. But yeah, it's I don't know. There's something to that, I feel. There's something to, maybe you do get quite passionate when you hear certain songs. Maybe it's, music really moves you. Maybe you're Italian. Maybe you want to go to Italy like me. I don't know. It could be a number of things, but that's the song that came out for you. All right, let's start to pull you some cards. So, Mars in Virgo. Mars in Virgo. For Saturday, please. Mars in Virgo for Saturday. What? Okay. Ooh, got quite a few there. What's going on for you? Ooh, attraction, magnetism. That's that grounded, earthy Virgo magic there. Manifesting things into your life, pulling people towards you. Virgo's, considering they're meant to be quite solitary, they are quite a magnetic sign. They tend to be a team player, and there's quite a social element as well to Virgo energy, where people do get very drawn to them, in my experience at least. Groundness, gravity, again, like this force, right? A gravitational pull. Moon, darkness, oh, sexy, and growth plants. Oh yeah, look at that. That is, again, that lovely earthy energy. So the growth card is talking to me about, you like to see a return on your investments. Mars in Virgo is an energy where you like to, when you put effort in, you like to see a reward for that. You like to see that the time and effort that you've put into something is going somewhere. So that's what this is saying to me today. Kind of like that Emperor energy as well, of kind of gaining experience, putting tools in the toolbox, becoming better at things over time. You really do understand, Virgo energy, especially Virgo in Mars, really understands that good things take time, and that when you put a time investment into something, you really build those solid, secure foundations. So there could be something as well. I'm kind of getting something to do with ancestry here as well. I don't know why. It's just kind of like a side thing that's coming through. Then I'm kind of seeing like these kind of orbs of light, these kind of sparks of light behind her. Do you know, I'm getting something here that's very similar to a Gemini reading. Yeah, look at the... Yeah, okay. I did a Gemini reading last week, and it was like this energy that you don't even see coming. Was it Gemini? Yeah, it was. It was like this... It was like Gemini were kind of sulking about something, and all these animals around them were kind of like sensing this energy coming towards them, like these horses thundering towards them, right? But they... look at the animals as well there. Look, there's something going on here. There's something going on, and it's coming through. I wonder if somebody has like Gemini rising or Gemini sun sign, and then Virgo in Mars. But it's like this energy coming towards this person, and it's like the animals are sensitive, because animals are more connected to that earthy, like that earth magic, right? They sense the changes in nature. So there's this big change coming towards you that you haven't quite noticed yet, but I feel like it's something you've actually pulled towards you. It's like you've magnetically drawn something, or there's something coming into your orbit, right? Something that's coming into your gravity field, or maybe it's you and somebody else. Maybe you're aware of it, but somebody else isn't aware of it. But like the energy is trying to get this person to notice this energy. But you can see again this kind of like with this darkness card, it's this planet is kind of like coming up behind her. You see the light is starting to come through. So I feel like there's something that's going to be revealed to you that you aren't aware of, or you're going to be the person revealing something because you've manifested it. So it's like the darkness, the confusion, the secrets, the unknown. It's something is going to be revealed, but it's not quite in your orbit yet, is the way that I'm reading that today. Again, similar to that Gemini reading that I did. So what else is going on, please, then? What else is going on for Mars in... I have to keep thinking. Mars in Virgo for Saturday. Tiger. What's that? Will. And cycles, hair. The rabbits talk about abundance. Again, when you put effort into something, when you put time into something, you want to see a return on that investment. So you're going to invest your time wisely. You're going to invest your time in, sorry, the drawing my attention to like hair takes a long time to grow. So like this is like years worth of growth here with this hair. So, but obviously it's talking about the hair as in rabbits. So it's talking about, rabbits are very, very productive. If you think about like a birth, rabbits, people talk about breeding like rabbits. So you want to invest your time in something where it's going to multiply. Your time, your investment is going to multiply. She's got a rabbit on her head. It's like she's really, really serene and she's just got that rabbit there just on her head. What's she got there? Is that... It's not. What has she got in her hands? It's not mistletoe, is it? There's something trying to come through there. I'm not quite getting it. And then there's this tiger, Will. So this talks about, again, you are a bit of an action-packed placement there with Mars in Virgo. You do have a lot of energy. You do have a lot of willpower. So again, it's just talking about, with this, and cycles and hair, it's talking to me about investing your time wisely. And I think it's saying something about, yeah, because this is like investing over time. And then she's, is it Shiva in the background there? She's got lots of hands. So that's talking to me today about you multitasking and just being aware of how you expend your energy, what you're investing your time and effort into, not allowing yourself to be taken advantage of by others, because you are a placement that tends to want to help people. You don't want to be a burden. You want to be the nurturer. So just be aware that you're not taking on too many responsibilities, and spend your time investment wisely on things where you're going to get a return for your investments, something like that. This is also talking to me about staying grounded. Sorry if you noticed the pause there, I just had to blow my nose. I've got a little bit of a cold. So groundedness, gravity, staying grounded. Watch out that you don't miss out on opportunities because you're being too sensible, you're being too practical. There may be something to do with like allowing yourself to dream, something like this. Right, I am actually going to pause now. I'm going to just read what it says about a couple of these cards, especially tiger and hare. I just kind of want to see what the messages are that the book has for those. I keep getting pregnancy through this week. I don't know if it's just Mars. It's like Mars wants to run around boning everybody and getting everybody pregnant or something. I don't know. Right, hare. Follow the cycles of nature and you will rarely be disappointed as energy travels in cycles. Seek balance. There is a time and a season for everything. Plants cannot blossom all the time, so be patient. Plants cannot blossom all of the time. Eostra, the goddess of spring, and her hare were walking at dawn on a crisp morning at the beginning of the season. The morning was very beautiful, yet still cold, as the winter snows had begun to melt. As they walked, they came upon a bird, dying in the freezing but melting snow. Distressed at its condition, Astore picked up the tiny soul and tried to revive and warm it, but its life was too far gone to save. Feeling love and pity for the creature, Astore transformed the bird back into an egg, giving it a chance to be born again. She placed the egg upon the earth and it hatched. Out came another hare, a mate for her companion, and the three of them continued their journey. I just can't find it funny that she's got that like rabbit on her head. So this to do with fertility and love. Hair magic has always been linked to the lunar cycle and the fertility cycle of women. For those who wish to achieve a pregnancy, call in hair magic to help you conceive or balance your cycle. For those who are not interested in reproduction, hair magic can be used to quicken up the pace of an outcome or to increase your connection with other cycles. Okay. Oh, it's trying to give me something I didn't quite get it. Oh, you've got the crane as well. Just thinking about like it's almost like a stork, like bringing in the babies. Maybe you're interested in having babies at the moment. I'm not sure. Again, I was picking up on ancestry, so it could be something to do with wanting to have children and kind of like continue your legacy, or to grow your family, something like this. And Will and Tiger. Okay, so Tiger. Exercise your will and determination in ethical ways. Do not place your will over another's. You do not have control over anyone but yourself. Do not be afraid to be fierce, especially as a woman. We can ride our hangry. Maybe you are a bit hungry, I don't know. Maybe we can ride our healthy anger, but we must eventually transform it into something more useful. Durga came riding into people's lives on the back of a snarling tiger. She was a warrior and carried weapons to subdue and destroy, yet her face was serene and calm. It was the evils of life she was after, the false illusions, the damaging rage, the petty jealousies, greed, and anything that the will may choose to harm. The Hindu goddess Durga is the embodiment of the powerful female energy of Shakti, and she wields it mightily to make the way clear. She protects the natural order of nature and the nature of the self. She rides her tiger to preserve the will we have towards what good we can do. So that's very Virgo, Mars in Virgo energy. What good can we do? How can we be of service? How can we do good things for others? And towards subduing the negative parts of our will that we may wish to place upon others, so we are not controlled by these impulses. Subduing the negative parts of our will that we may wish to place upon others, so we are not controlled by these impulses. She swings her 8 arms and destroys what is evil. Not only does Durga grab the tiger by the tail, she rides it. I don't know why your reading is a little bit lewd, but it is. Everything just keeps coming out as like, I don't know. The tiger magic is wild and mysterious. It is the energy we can use to counter jealousy, threat, and rage. It is highly protective, and it helps us find a more resourceful way to deal with difficult situations and people. Tiger magic is feminine in aspect, and women can use it to help gain confidence and to find their healthy fierceness. So, like, this energy is very gentle, and then this energy is very wild and fierce. So I feel like this is also very like mothery energy. It's almost like Empress energy for me. The Empress is often depicted with a rabbit, and the Empress in the tarot also talks about growth and expansion and pregnancy and these kind of things. So this is very much like feeling like that Empress energy for me today. This feels a little bit like Queen of Wands energy, somebody who's fierce, somebody who's bold, somebody who's dynamic. So it's almost like perhaps trying to balance out 2 aspects of yourself, I'm drawn to like the colour of the tiger and the colour of the hair, so I am seeing it as the same person. 2 aspects of the self, the kind of nurturing, mothering side, and then the more fierce action-taking side. Possibly something to do with that coming through for you there. Also kind of that embracing of the shadow side, because by embracing the shadow side, by embracing our wilder tendencies, especially as you are kind of a little bit by the book, you want to take action, but you are aware of like, you really do kind of always want to be of service. You want to always be helpful to others. Normally you're not a sign that wants to kind of force their will, force what they want on other people. But I am seeing this energy of perhaps you needing to step up, you perhaps needing to be the emperor in your own life. Funny, because this is saying emperor and this is kind of saying empress to me, where it's like maybe you do need to be bold, maybe you do need to be fierce, maybe you do need to let your wild side show and kind of let some of those responsibilities kind of go for a while. Possibly there. Right, okay. Your reading is getting a little bit long already. So, people with Mars placement in Virgo. Mars in Virgo for Saturday, please. What is going on? What's the heart of the matter, please, for Mars in Virgo? Yeah, needing to find that inner happiness. Okay, and then what else have we got here? Four of Wands. What else, please, for Mars in Virgo for Saturday? Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, you need to tap into your wild side. They're giving me, you're a real wild child. And it's funny, as soon as I say you need to tap into your wild side, you get the Knight of Emotions, which is like, I love this card. It's like playful. Oh my goodness, that is a lot of cards. I can't take that many. You've got, I'll tell you what you've got, and then I'm going to go again. But the Three of Wands talks about making a decision, making a choice, waiting for your ships to come in, waiting for a return on your investments. The Ace of Emotions talks about a missing piece. So the Nine of Emotions in the upright, the Nine of Cups in the upright, talks about being able to find inner happiness or wish fulfillment. It can literally be like dreams come true, wish fulfillment card. But I'm seeing it today, especially with the Eight of Cups, as being like finding happiness from within, not worrying about external. She's got something on her head again. Not worrying about external circumstances, but finding inner peace, inner balance, not being affected by those around you, right? Finding that inner equilibrium, because because this is in reverse, right? You don't have that. For some reason right now. The Eight of Emotions talks about it's not the Nine of Cups, right? It's not the Nine of Cups, it's the Eight of Cups. So there's a cup missing, there's something missing emotionally, there's like a void, right? So you need to walk away from something or explore something so that you can find that missing cup within yourself. It's like a soul journey. The Five of Inspiration is the Five of Wands. This talks about, it can be a literal competition. It can be a competition for some sort of goal that you're trying to achieve, competition at work. It can talk about arguments. It can talk about literal fighting. So just be aware of that. The Ace of Voices, this is like truth, clarity, inspiration coming in. It's like a light bulb moment, just something. It could be that somebody gives you a piece of information, a piece of news, somebody says something and a light bulb goes off in your head. It's like, oh my goodness, that's it. That's the missing piece, is how that's coming through. But then there's this Four of Pentacles, which talks about holding on or holding back or being guarded. It can talk about being a little bit miserly or trying to save money. So it could be that you're trying to save money because you want to go on some sort of journey to find that missing piece. But I'm just going to, just so you can kind of see, I'm putting all these back separately. So if they were to come out again, we'd know that they were meant to come out again. Okay, so one more card, please, for people with Mars in... Why are you being so naughty? I'm going to take these two because these were upright, and the rest I'm just going to put back and I'm not even going to look at them. So wanting balance. You've got two knights there. You've got the Knight of Materials and the Knight of Emotion. That is a really nice Knight of Materials to have, actually, because I thought it was the Knight of Wands at first. The Knight of Wands is like really being driven by your passion, really kind of like feeling really heated about something. Something feels really good, you get excited about it and you just go for it. But it's not the Knight of Wands, it's the Knight of Materials, which is the Knight of Pentacles. So this is actually one of my Virgo cards, because again, it talks about good things come to those who wait, good things take time, you know, wanting to invest in things, wanting to do things properly, being a bit of a perfectionist. So wanting to move forward, very much, if there was any card that signifies Mars in Virgo for me, it would be this card, because the Knights take action, but the Knight of Materials is very slow moving, very methodical. They're kind of very reliable though. So they're the one, when you're going on holiday, they're the one who will have the bag packed. They'll make sure everybody has the ticket, money, passport. They'll make sure you've got a picnic. They'll make sure that you've got your whole itinerary, you've got the map, you've got the plans for everything. So, but this particular, the joke about the Knight of Pentacles, which is this card, is that they're very slow moving. They're kind of like the tortoise in the tortoise and the hare race. Funny that you've got the hare as well, like the tortoise and the hare. But this is, look at him, he's galloping, he's fast moving. So this is like the one fast moving Knight of Pentacles for me. This is like, doing it well, doing it properly, but doing it fast. It's like, you know, people sometimes say, do you want it done fast, or do you want it done right? You're doing it fast and right here, whatever this is, because you're very balanced. I don't know what that is for you, but it's interesting. Curious that you've got this, because this is your energy. So the King of Wands in reverse. It's funny that this talks about anger and jealousy. You could be feeling very angry or jealous at the moment. You could be feeling very passionate, you may have some difficult emotions that you're working through. Jealous, angry, a bit childish in terms of like your passions. I'm getting kind of like stroppy possibly, or that you've completely lost passion for something, or you're not able to do with the Nine of Cups in reverse. Like there's something that you are passionate about, but you're not able to do it, which is getting you into this feeling of like, I'm not happy because I can't follow my passions. I can't take control of this situation. So it's like the need to be in that tiger energy, or the need to process these feelings in a healthy way, right? So you have to go out for a run. It's this feeling of like, you shouldn't let external circumstances have an effect on your well-being. You should be able to, you know, ideally, you know, it takes time, it takes effort, it takes you know, most of our lives to get to this place of being able to find inner happiness no matter what's going on externally. So yeah, maybe just go for a run, go for a walk in nature, see if you can burn off some of that those difficult emotions, or can you channel them into something creative? Can you channel them into something something productive? So again, it's like feeling anger, using that anger to drive you in some sort of competitive industry, feeling jealous, so feeling the heat that comes with that, and then using it to go for a run. So how can you transmute difficult feelings into something more positive and healthy? But then you've got these brilliant energies here, which is like, I love the description of this Knight of Cups. He's just enjoying life. He's like a child. He's excited for what's going on. He's got a lot of love to give. I'm going to read. Normally I read the heart of the matter, but with it being in reverse, yeah, I'll read this. But I also want to read these two knights for you as well. The Four of Inspiration talks about some kind of event, some kind of it can be a celebration of milestone. You know, I got the job, yay, let's celebrate. Or it's you know, a birthday party, or some kind of event, some kind of get together, or it's a celebration, or it talks about your foundations, your stability, where you kind of put in those tent pegs, right? So where the place that you call home, the place that you work. So it can be any kind of these things, but it is 11:11 as well. So it can talk about kind of the place that you're meant to be. Right, okay, let's get the energy outside of you that's affecting this, because that's going to tell me a little bit more. So the energy outside of Mars in Virgo that is affecting this: Two of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. Right, okay. Oh, there it is again, the Seven of Pentacles and the Chariot. Yeah, right, okay, this here is screaming this for me, because the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Materials, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles, both very, very Virgoan energy. It really does talk about, if you think about planting seeds, you plant the seeds, everything has a season, which it was saying up here, everything has the right time to do something. So planning, making the investments, and waiting for the right time for that investment to kind of pay back, you know, for the things to grow. And then look how big this is here behind him. So it's like this is growing and it's behind him, but this is an energy outside of you. So someone else also knows that good things come to those who wait. Now it's here with this Chariot energy. So the Chariot is one of the fastest, action-packed, energetic cards in the entire tarot. This is like someone getting in the car and going, right? So it can indicate travel and movement. It could be that you are with this Two of Wands. Can you see how this person has made a decision? They've made a decision. They're looking out the window. They know what they want to do. This is me, right? This is me wanting to go to Italy, but it's locked down and I can't. It's like, I've made the decision. I know I want to go. I know I want to travel, but I can't go yet, right? And so this is an energy outside of you. Somebody has made a decision. They want to go, but they can't go yet. Okay? It's not the right time. They've got a plan. So it may be that they're planning the route, they're getting the maps together, they're learning Italian. They've got a plan here. They know what they want to do. This is a seed. Can you see it's got roots? So this is the seed of some practical plan that is going to happen, but it needs to be grounded. It needs to be planted, right? So they know what they want to do. They've made the decision, but the seed needs to be planted. They've got the seed. They've got the seed in their hands, but they can't plant it. It's like she's looking out at the garden. She's like, it's not the right season to plant this seed. I have to wait until the rain goes. Again, this is an energy outside of you. But here, after the seed gets planted and after a period of time has passed, the seeds start to grow. They start to mature into something that is, again, it's not necessarily gardening in seeds. It's a metaphor, right, for something that you want to do, some kind of project, something that you want to do, but it's tangible. You can hold it in your hands. So the seeds get planted, they grow into something, they mature, you get the return on your investment. You start to see that something is working, but this is outside of you, right? So this other person, it's your energy, but it's this other person recognizes it. Good things come to those who wait. And then you get the fast moving energy. So it's like when it's time, when it's the right time, because this talks about divine timing. This person's like in the car, they're going the fast. It's like, yeah, I'm going to Italy. Like I've booked my tickets, I've got my passport, I'm going. So whatever it is that this person outside of you is doing, it's kind of in the planning stages. They have made a decision, they know what they want to do, but they know that they have to plant the seed, wait for the right time, and then they can take action. These two cards both indicate travel for me as well. But then this is kind of transmuting into you going, oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm so excited about this. I'm also making a plan. You're doing the same thing. You're doing the exact same thing as this person here, right? It's like you're coming up with a plan. You're excited. You are. Look at the two horses coming into balance, right? Balancing out the two sides of yourself, coming into alignment so that you can move forward. So perhaps this person outside of you is waiting for you to come into some alignment. Perhaps they're waiting for you to balance out your energy. Possibly, because the Six of Pentacles is about balance. So it's like when you come into balance, when the time's right, when things come into alignment with this Six of Materials, when there's equal give and take, it just seems like alignment for me. When things line up, then you're going to move, right? And it's going to be fast, right? So tell me two more energies, please, for this person outside of King of Pentacles. Gorgeous. And one more energy, please. Moving forward, right? So there is going to be movement forward. This person is moving. They are. Look, she's packed a bag. She's off to Italy. She is. Yeah, she's whoever this person outside of you. They will move. They come out of the house. They get in the boat. They're moving. Right? They get in the car. They're moving. But they want to be very, very stable first. This person may be a father figure to you. It may be a long-term partner, a husband, maybe a boss. But this is an energy of somebody who's very grounded, very mature, very stable. They have put in, it's like they've done that work. They've put in the work over time. They've made the investment. They've worked really hard, and then they're enjoying the fruits of their labor, right? They can rest, they can retire in peace because they've enjoyed the fruits of their labor, because they planted the seeds, they did the work, they tended the plant, and now they've got the riches and the abundance to kind of enjoy life. So yeah, very earthy energy outside of you as well. I don't know if you're connecting with another earth sign. Yeah, there you go, Two of Cups. So this person is your equal. Whoever this person is, it could be a business partner, a friend, a co-worker, somebody you're going on holiday with, a love interest, but they are your equal. There's equal give and take here with this Six of Pentacles. They are showing up as this kind of earthy energy, which matches your energy. They literally have your energy in their energy. I just heard teamwork makes the dream work. Yeah, and then a huge amount of passion there underneath that. There's a lot of creative, you could be working on a creative project with somebody. There's a lot of creative energy here with all this wand energy. That's the Four of Wands, the Knight of Wands. There you go, Knight of Wands. So this is kind of what I'm feeling here with this horse. So I misread it as the Knight of Wands at first, and you can see why if you compare it to this energy here. It's got the black horse. It's excited. It's passionate. So whatever whatever's causing you to be in this energy, which is like, oh, nothing works out for me, my wishes won't come true, I've got no enthusiasm for this anymore, I'm jealous, I'm angry, whatever all this business is, don't worry, it's going to turn around. But it's because this person is waiting for their seeds to grow, right? And then you're going to move into this energy, which is brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. So let's read these and see where you're heading. Knight of Emotions. I love this. I love this card so much. And this is the thing as well. I was saying that I'm feeling that connection with Gemini's reading, because it was like something was manifesting for Gemini. Something was coming in. They'd manifested something, or like something, sorry, magnetically, or like pulled, like gravitationally pulled into their atmosphere, but they hadn't really noticed it yet. And it turned out, like in some of the other imagery, it was a Nautilus shell, and then I found this Nautilus shell. So if you watch Gemini's reading this week, even though it's Mars in Gemini, I kind of talk about this Nautilus shell actually manifesting into my life. So it was, I did the reading for Gemini, and it was a concept. And then I was tidying my children's bedroom, and I lifted a piece of a clothing up, and underneath was this shell, and I was like, oh my god, it's the shell from Gemini's reading that was manifesting into the life. It's real here, it's tangible. And this is what I'm saying about this Ace of Pentacles. It's like that thing that was just a concept, it's like it's turned into the tangible stage now. It's like this is the seed that needs to be planted, and then it's going to grow. I mean, it's not a seed, right, but it's symbolic of whatever this energy is, and it's here. So it's like maybe it's manifested into your energy, maybe it's tangible for you now, maybe it's real for you, and then you get excited because this is a brewing romantic heart, dating, new love, a happy flirtation, wearing your heart on your sleeve, loving the idea of being in love, the thrill of the chase, going for it, the buzz of the fresh and new. Prompt, the honesty of puddles. He stomps and jumps and plays in the water of his heart. So it says he, but it's he, she, they, right? However you resonate. So joyous he is with this fresh new connection. And again, this is your energy. Oh, the romantic notion. Bringing to mind this pairing for two, right? Right? This pairing for two takes his energy levels up so high that there is nothing to do but just joyously romp in the fresh rainwater. Sometimes you will find him kicking like this in the heat of passion, or when he is overtaken by a jealous streak, King of Wands in reverse. But today, this night of emotions is full of joy. The Nautilus shell rises in the sky. Let's get the Nautilus shell back. Rises in the sky, lighting the afternoon and gently nudging all things to grow and shift as creation wills it. It reminds everyone beneath its bright love that nature's only option is to grow or to decay. And by choosing to grow, choosing to grow, right? Choosing to plant the seeds, choosing growth, taking action. Choosing to grow, by choosing to put energy into partnerships and into passions, we consciously expand their energy. What connections are you nurturing today? What connections are you nurturing today? You're going to consciously expand the energy. This is so Mars in Virgo energy. Excitement kicks, and like a prince, a show, display affection. Emotion drips, a charming rinse. Now go, display intention. Go and display your intention. What is your intention? Knight of Materials. Let's see what this has to say. I haven't read this card as many times. I've read this card quite a few times, and I really love the description of that one. So this one's going to be a little bit more new to me. I probably have read it in the past, but excuse me, I don't remember it. Productivity and diligence paying off. There you go. Hard work is going to pay off, so stop worrying. Stop being anxious. Productivity and diligence paying off. Hard work, steadfastness, determination, safety, planting and tending seeds for the future, financial security and foundations. That's why it's here with the Knight of, with the Four of Wands. It's so funny as well. Like it's like this card is the Knight of Materials, but it looks like the Knight of Wands to me. And then this card that's the Knight of Wands looks like the Four of Wands for me, which talks about like partying, having a good time, having those firm foundations. It's the 1111 card. So it's so funny that like maybe things, it's like one thing leads to another, something like that. Okay, the task of joy, like it says foundations, and this card to me talks about foundations. But enjoying it, right? Enjoying the work that you do, enjoying building those firm foundations, enjoying the kind of practical tasks, finding fulfillment, even in the mundane tasks, even in building, like enjoying building the firm foundations, enjoying doing the day-to-day chores, something like that. I don't know. The task of joy. This knight loves to tend the fields of his success. He derives great joy. Oh God, it's so Mars in Virgo. He derives great joy from tilling the soil and removing the tiniest of weeds, knowing that it will make a difference in the future. He once tried to take great risks with his fields, working in long, sleepless spurts with giant showy plants that would reap greater rewards. Most of the larger plants withered when his worries about them overtook his ability to just be, to just do. He soon found that he was much happier without the splashy accolades, and that he felt infinitely more confident with his beautiful little succulents that offered guaranteed, stable success as long as he was consistent. He shares a message of relaxing into the tasks you love and finding meaning in your work. Your diligent routine will tell you where you are headed in life, so create a steady foundation that supports your dreams. Absolutely. Enjoy it. Like, enjoy doing the little day-to-day tasks. Enjoy building those firm foundations. Find love and joy for what you do, right? Your diligent routine will tell you where you're headed in life, so create a steady foundation that supports your dreams. And all the fabric, lights and roses, tilled safety, bread it brings. The loyal duty of our posers, consistent earthly things. And you are, Mars in Virgo, it's all about consistency. Doing the day-to-day, tending to the little details, enjoying kind of like the day-to-day chores, or finding enjoyment in it. You like looking after people, you like tending the fields, you like being the nurturer, the provider, the person who plants the seeds and tends to them and waits for them to grow, because it leads you to this place of stability and comfort, right? Even though that's an energy outside of you, I feel like you're connecting with somebody who is like, they're the same as you, like they're your equal. I'm starting to get a headache. This is my third reading today. I'm doing it on Sunday in preparation. So yeah. Yeah, let's get you your advice cards. Look at me trying to be all Mars in Virgo, trying to be all organised, practical. Okay, Mars in Virgo for Saturday. You are good enough. A full moon in Virgo, there you go, you are good enough. If you were worried, if you were anxious that you weren't good enough, you are good enough. I see the value in you, don't you worry. Don't let pride get in your way. So there's a little bit of ego here affecting you, a little bit of judging yourself before you give others the chance to judge you, perhaps, judging yourself too harshly, turning that Virgoan criticism onto yourself, creating yourself anxiety that you don't need to do. Just enjoy life, right? Just go with the flow. Enjoy what you do and see the value and worth in your steadfastness, in your attention to the details, right? In your ability to be that nurturer and provider. Because, sorry, they're giving me, it's a bit of a lewd scene. Sorry, I'm sorry. They're giving me, sorry, I'm just seeing wasp spirits. Sometimes life stings there as well. They're giving me a scene from Ozark. I think it's in the first episode, but the guy is having a bit of a fantasy in his head about he doesn't feel valued by his wife. For being that very stable person, right, the breadwinner, and he has this fantasy. It's not real, but he picks up this this prostitute, and she's in his car, and she because she's had an unstable life, she can really see the value in him being a nurturer, a provider, being consistent, being the family man, going to work every day, being the breadwinner, and perhaps it's taken for value sometimes, but it's actually there is value in it. The people who don't have that can really see the value in it, I think, is the message that was trying to come through there through a very, very inappropriate scene from Ozarks. Right, okay, so what do we have for you? We have Beaver Spirit, lay a solid foundation. You've got so much stuff about laying the solid foundation, again, with like the four of Wands, which is on the Knight of Wands card, Four of Wands card here. That's all about laying the solid foundations. So Beaver Spirit, lay a solid foundation, and Turkey Spirit, give with gratitude and grace. Okay, let's get those read because I'm going to run out of time. Here we go. Lay a solid foundation. Beaver Spirit is here to tell you about I told you everything in this reading was rude. Beaver Spirit is here to tell you about a power living within you that was born of spirit, the source from which all life arises. again, maybe somebody does want to have a baby. This is the power to establish the sacred connection with the universal consciousness so you can deliberately co-create the world you desire. Know that it takes work, determination, and sustained effort to co-create and lay a solid foundation for your dreams. I mean, you know that. If with Spirit as your partner, you bring the twigs and branches of your intentions and desires and spread them across the river of time, you'll be amazed at what you can do. You will find that you can even change the direction of the flow of life. You can ensure that your world will be prosperous and purposeful, filled with love and joy, and rich with magic and meaning. That which you desire will come to you and remain sustainably if you build on a sturdy foundation. Keep your intention and energy consistent with deliberate Keep your energy. It helps if I keep mine. Keep your intention and energy consistent and deliberate, using all your resources and the energy for this wonderful, productive time. Have faith, for with Spirit you co-create. Have faith, for with Spirit to co-create with you, your success is assured. Spirit is your partner, helping you along as you change the course of your life in the way your heart desires. I'm going to actually show you that so you can pause and read that yourself, because I don't know where my brain went towards the end of that. It went somewhere. Right, okay, so Turkey Spirit, 61. I was actually just keeping an eye on the timestamp. I've got 3 minutes left. Come on, 61, where are you? Right, Turkey Spirit, give with grace and gratitude. Turkey Spirit's message for you is that you always have the potential for manifesting a rich reality, for the turkey represents generosity and a celebration of abundance through giving to others. Give freely without expectation and you shall receive, which is exactly what, where's it gone? That card is saying. So this is all about equal give and take, giving in order to receive, and understanding that, you know, giving and receiving, it doesn't have to be the same thing. You know, what would be the point of you giving somebody £10 and them giving you £10? That's like, why don't you just keep the £10? But if you have a lot of money, you could give somebody £10, you know, if they don't have a lot of money, but they could give you, you know, they could pay you back in time and come and like help you tend your garden. So there's different ways of giving and receiving. You don't have to give the same thing. Give freely without expectation and you shall receive, for the manifestation of abundance is happening right now. Align with it by sharing your good fortune with others, whether you give money, loving guidance, the gift of listening, or kindness in any form. Immerse yourself in the flow of generous abundance, being a channel for Turkey Spirit and the desire of Spirit to see all beings experience the blessings of plenty. Give with gratitude and grace from a wellspring of love and compassion, knowing that Spirit will respond by giving you all that you need in this moment and all the moments to come. And that's very much the energy of this character here, who's outside of you, who's like waiting to nurture you in the same way that you nurture them. So beautiful, beautiful Virgo. It's a really nice placement, actually. I've got a lot of friends in my life who are Virgos who always look after me. I appreciate them so much because I'm a bit of a scatterbrain. But yeah, I really value that Virgo energy of being a bit of a caretaker and supporting others. And you know, and you get a lot of love back for that in return. So I hope that was helpful to you. Leave me a like, subscribe, share with friends, all that business. I'm about to run out of time. So I will say that Mars in Virgo, I love you so much. Best of luck with that. And I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye. Can I squeeze a few extra seconds out? I can, and I can see 222 on the time I've got remaining. I forgot to give you a song. I forgot to give you another song for your reading on camera. I'm sat here supping my coffee and I didn't even realise. Right, okay, so Mars in Virgo, please. The song that Mars in Virgo really, really, really needs to hear, please, on Saturday. Mars in Virgo for Saturday. Wonderwall by Oasis. You're my Wonderwall. All right, there you go. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.